Test. Welcome back, friends and neighbors, to the Castro Valley News live show. My name is Roberto. This is the Castro Valley News live show that we do every Tuesday night from 7 to 8 and or 8:30, depends on how the evening is going. We start off every episode with something we call the roll call, and we got Katie in the house. Good evening, Katie. Good evening to you as well. Kathy is with us. Katie and Kathy both sent 50 stars. Kimberly is with us. Good evening, Kimberly. This is Kathy's. Good evening, Tiffany. Tiffany is at the A's game. All right. So Kathy sent 50 stars. Kathy has sent stars 56 weeks. Thank you, Kathy. And Katie sent 50 as well. This is Katie's 16th week. Thank you, Katie. Also, Tiffany just sent 200 stars. Thank you, Tiffany. Tiffany is the reigning queen of stars. She has sent stars 73 weeks. And Tiffany, I spotted those stars after the show last Tuesday. I saw those in the comments, and thank you, Tiffany. I appreciate that. Hi, Tiffany and Liam. Hope you're doing well. Ross just sent 50 stars. Thank you, Ross. This is Ross's 36th week sending stars. Let me make sure I have Katie's amount correct here. Katie has sent stars 16 weeks. Thank you, Katie. Ross is in the house. Thank you for the 50 stars. Also, Dennis is with us, too. Dennis says, "Hola and go Warriors." Yes, sir. We've got a lot less listeners tonight, but that's okay because we are competing with the Warriors and nobody can compete with the Warriors, but that's okay. Dennis just sent 400 stars. Thank you, Dennis. This is Dennis's 72nd week. Dennis is the king of stars. Gosh, I wish I could pronounce this individual's name correct. Is it Nepo? Welcome to the show. We're doing good. Glad you can join us. And I apologize if I mispronounce your name. I think it's Nepo. I could be incorrect. I probably am. Let's see. Tiffany says, Liam says hello. Hi, Liam. Hope you're doing well. She had a work dinner last Tuesday she could not get away from. Tiffany, we are glad that you can join us tonight. Dennis is awesome. Dennis sent 400 stars. Don sent 15 stars. Don, thank you for joining us. Thank you to everyone who's joining us tonight because obviously it's the first game of the Warriors and the Lakers. So it's going to be it's going to be a great show. We're going to see LeBron James and the Lakers, hot team, great team, playing against the Warriors, and the Warriors were just white hot the last game. So let's see. Don has sent stars 65 weeks. Thank you, Don. Ross is saying hello to Liam. Bob says, happy Tuesday, waiting at the post office trying to mail a letter. Yeah, we'll talk about, Bob, good evening to you. Hope you're having a wonderful evening, and I appreciate you a great deal. Hey, Mom is in the house. Mom says, hello, Castro Valley. Today is Tuesday, May 2nd, 2023. Buy an ad. Hi, Mom. I love you. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. I don't know if I introduced myself at the beginning of the show. My name is Roberto. This is the Castro Valley News live show. We do this live show every Tuesday from 7 to 8 or 8:30. Don says hello to Mom. Hey, we've got a new listener. Sona is with us. Good evening, Sona. Cali Life is with us. Good evening, Cali Life. Sona is asking. Sona is new, ladies and gentlemen. So Sona, welcome to the show. Sona is asking, what will we be talking about? We'll be talking about a lot of stuff tonight, Sona. We'll be talking about the new mailboxes at the post office. That seems to be a crazy white hot topic as well. Everyone's just going nuts about that. Katie says, welcome to Sona, as does the moderator, as does Kathy. Don's giving a shout out to Classy Canine Wiggle Rumps for being the best. Ross says hello. Hi, Sona. Dennis says hola to Sona. So Sona, welcome to the show. That's what we do when we have new listeners. We give a group shout out to our new listeners. Kimberly got her gift card. Congratulations. That's awesome. I was actually thinking about that earlier today, worrying and wondering about the post office getting that gift card to you, Kimberly. Glad you got it, and hope you have a blast with that gift card. I think it was Golfland, if memory serves correct, which it may not. Sarah is with us. I believe Sarah is new as well. Welcome to the show, Sarah. How awesome that we have so many new listeners on a big Warriors night. Maggie is with us. Good evening, Maggie. Glad you can join us. Maggie is tagging a whole bunch of folks. Lagia, Monette, Jessica, Maggie, you're awesome. Dominga as well. Thank you. And yes, guys, we do have two new listeners tonight. We have Sona and Sarah. So it's pretty awesome to get new listeners on a night where there's a big game, which is the Warriors and Lakers' first game. Yes, Maggie says, let's go Warriors. Absolutely. Moderator says, welcome to Sarah. Jean is with us. Thank you, Jean. Thank you for joining us on a big blue and gold night. Blue and yellow? Blue and gold. Warriors. Let's get into the show. Let's get into some information and local events happening here in Castro Valley. Just as a FYI, good evening, Jennifer. Hope you are having a wonderful evening. Jennifer is not new, but Jennifer has not been with us for a while. So, Jennifer, I'm glad you can join us tonight. Maggie says, hello, Mom. Hey, Mom, I love you. Kathy says, welcome to Sarah. Dawn is tagging Richard and Rob and Jolski. Oh, yeah. Let's invite Jolski. He is the mailman with great taste in music. There you go. If you're just joining the show, thank you so much for tuning in, because we're at the same time where the Warriors are playing the Lakers, which I think is going to be a wonderful, exciting series. The Warriors are just fantastic, but so are the Lakers. So it's going to be a great series. Ross says, visit One Bad Apple where purchases are sound and vinyl. Ross, yes. I forgot to mention. Good evening, handsome Don. I hope I didn't miss that. Michael B is with us. Michael B says, hello, Roberto and CV News. We were going to have a game tonight, but it was canceled due to rain in Amador County. We've got clouds and wacky weather here too, Michael B. So stay inside, stay warm, and stay safe, and watch the Warriors game when you're not listening to the show here. But Michael B, we are glad you are with us. What was I just going to say? My name is Roberto. This is a Castro Valley News live show. I think I mentioned that 2 or 3 times already. Sorry, I apologize. It's important to introduce the show. Bob says he's watching the A's play before 500 people in the rain. You know what, Bob? We're going to have... And Bob, thank you for calling in last Tuesday and being the catalyst for that great conversation about the A's. We will have next Tuesday, we're going to have Tanya with the community cupboard calling in, and we're going to talk about the cupboard, and we're going to talk about the A's. So don't miss that. Jennifer says she put a manila envelope in the slot at the post office outside 2 nights ago. It got stuck, so when she went to try to pull it back out, it was caught on something that sliced her envelope wide open. Not to mention, it's not even a drive-through mailbox anymore. You can't reach it. You have to get out of your car. I'm really worried about the mailboxes causing hurt to people. Let's just dig right into that topic, because it seems like it's the thing that everyone's talking about. So the mailbox drive-through that is at the post office. You guys know what it's all about there. There's always been three big boxes, and they've had the snorkel opening where you can just drive up and just shoot your stuff, your mail, your stuff, shoot your mail into the mailboxes. They have been replaced with the traditional freestanding mailboxes. But they are further from the where the cars turn around. So people are having to actually get out of their cars. And there's a lot of people that are saying that it ceases to be a drive-through if you have to get out of your car and put your post into these boxes. And like I said like I indicated in the post earlier, I spoke to one of the folks with the the post office. Got real estate on my mind because we're going to have a realtor as our guest at 7:30, but spoke to someone with the post office today, and it is part of the USPS having their boxes be uniform. I guess the snorkel looking boxes are not what they normally use. So Jennifer says she's afraid some kid will stick their hand in the slot and cut it open. You know, the snorkel openings on those mailboxes, those were just as sharp too. And the other thing that people probably remember is those old boxes were hit by trucks and cars a lot. They were replaced in my memory, going back to when I worked for the Forum over 10 years ago. Holy moly, am I old. I remember lots of letters because those letters to the editor with the Forum, because those boxes were damaged and they were worried that people were prying into them, which actually happened because the opening on those old snorkels were pretty wide. So there was kind of a lot more room to put a pry bar in there and try to, snake things out. I had no idea that the new mailboxes were going to be such a white hot on fire topic, and it has. There are so many comments, and I understand there's a lot of people that are concerned that the boxes are a little bit further away from where the cars go, and people with different mobility situations may not be able to use that box. Hopefully, these individuals with mobility issues will be able to maybe park in the handicap spot and use the mail slot that way. Also, I think there's another drive-through in San Leandro where the boxes might be closer to the drive-through. Mom uses that one, I believe. I think the boxes are a little bit closer to where the cars are. Let's see. I've got some comments on the thread here. Let's see. Katie says, you're from Castro Valley when you find any reason to complain about an improvement or change. That's a good point. Kathy says, sometimes I feel we are a spoiled society. Some people have real problems. I see that point as well. Let's see. Michael B has a new Facebook page called Mr. Holiday Photography, so people, Castro Valley News, can look at his photos. Congratulations, Michael B. So these mailboxes, and I received 2 messages about them in a couple days when they were first installed. I think they were installed on Saturday. And Jennifer is asking, can I pull up a picture of the snorkel things? I posted a picture of the old snorkel boxes on the page. I don't have, let me see, actually I can maybe show you here on my phone. Give me 1 second. I don't know if it's going to appear fully through the screen from my phone. And I realize that this is dead air during a show, but let me see what I can do here. I got all the live stuff. Here we go. Just bear with me. This is as low tech as it gets, but hopefully it will get the job done. Okay. Just literally one more second, and I apologize for all the dead air. But here are the old school snorkel boxes. These are the ones that are now gone. And actually, these were installed right after somebody literally smashed them with their car. So you can't really see from this photo, but the snorkels kind of extend to where cars would be turning in the the turnaround where you would drop your mailboxes off. And I'm telling you, no joke, in probably, oh my goodness, I've been reporting in Castro Valley 20 years. These boxes and the damage that was done to these boxes has been a huge topic in Castro Valley for a number of years. And I can imagine that these boxes right here are not inexpensive and pricey to replace and or repair. So in the day and age where the USPS is not making the most money, I could imagine they might want to do something like that to have these boxes that are not going to be damaged. Micaiah is with us. Thank you, Micaiah, for joining us. Micaiah just sent 200 stars. Micaiah, we are talking about the topic that is on a lot of people's minds and mouths and hearts. The new USPS boxes to the drive-through at our post office. Micaiah, thank you for the 200 stars. This is Micaiah's. I know I have Micaiah on the list. I wrote her name. There you go. Micaiah's 26th week sending stars. Thank you so much, Micaiah. You are awesome. Let's see. Comments about these boxes. Oh my goodness. We could probably dedicate the entire hour and a half to the boxes. We'll come back maybe later to them. Jennifer's got a lot of opinions about this. She's complaining about the new boxes. She's complaining that the new boxes, it sliced her mail open, which is an inconvenience. That's nothing spoiled about that. Guess it's more of a concern for a little kid that goes to try to stick their hand in there and something that might injure them. I definitely see your point. Bob says, so you need to leave your car while others line up behind you. Then I did have an issue finding the slot. No longer a drawer, no way to put in anything beyond a letter. If that's the new standard, the whole drive around needs to be redesigned. That's what a lot of other people were saying about Chris, welcome to the show. Bob says, in reality, it's no longer a drive-through. That's what a lot of people were saying about it, is that, I mean, for me, because I can get out of my car and put it in, I can reach out and get out of the car. I can actually drive through, get out of my car, and put my mail into the slot. I can do that. And I realize there are a lot of people who can't do that. And hopefully, these people can maybe find a different location that has a better drive-through accessibility situation. I think the San Leandro one has that. I think it's on East 14th. It's further up the street. But you know what? I had no idea. Actually, I kind of did. I know we do have a smallish post office that is struggling to serve our growing community, and our moderator just mentioned a new post office is not a bad idea. That was a topic that went through the Castro Valley Municipal Advisory Council a number of years ago, before the gigantic crush of the USPS struggling with their financial issues. USPS was actually looking for alternatives for a better or different or more sizable post office. Frankly, these days, the USPS does not have the means to do that. So I think the post office we have is going to be the post office that we are going to continue to have. Bob says we need a new post office. I would leave that to the professionals to do the studies in regards to population and needs. Jennifer says the other thing they need to do is put the package mail container outside. Then if they're going to be locking up the lobby, that's ridiculous. Some people can't make it to the post office during the day, and by the time they get there, it's closed. You know what I mean? So why can't they either put a slot for larger things or move that box to the outside? I'm gonna play devil's advocate here, Jennifer, because someone would break into the big box where all of the big expensive packages are, which is part of the reason why our USPS have closed or limited the lobby hours here. A lot of times you could go after hours and purchase stamps and do those things at our post office, and unfortunately, due to vandalism and people sleeping in the lobby, that has been discontinued. And unfortunately, some bad behavior limits the services for other people. Let's see. Bob's got a good idea. Let's build a post office at Rite Aid. Jennifer says, what about where the abandoned lot by the new library? The abandoned lot by the library. The abandoned library, the abandoned lot. Okay, the parking, the trailer park. Jennifer, can't put a post office where the trailer park is because it's privately owned, and those individuals have sold that property to a developer, and that's going to be housing and some businesses downstairs, not post office. But that's a great idea. Let's see. Jennifer says pay will at least this lot when I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Jennifer, unfortunately, the situation at the post office has been vandalism. I think there have been people who have tried to break into the big package drop, and it's sad, but that's how it goes. I think there were also some break-ins or attempted break-ins at some of the mailboxes, some of the PO boxes in there. So, yeah. Like I said, it has been the post office here in Castro Valley has been something that years ago. This was a lot of years ago, where a lot of people were expressing the same sentiment that it would be a better idea to have a larger post office. There was some talk, however, preliminarily and very informal, that the USPS were considering the CV Sand property that's at the corner of Center and Castro Valley Boulevard. And that didn't happen. The funding simply was just not there for the USPS. I believe the CHP were kind of looking at that building too some time ago, and that didn't come to fruition either. Jennifer says, solution for a cell phone. Thank you, Jennifer, for that. I've got some calendar items that I want to mention to you guys. But before that, and thank you guys for all the insights and suggestions and passionate opinions about the post office. Katie says, well, San Leandro's is fabulous. That's the post office that Mom goes to. And I'll have to ask Mom specifics on what their drive-through boxes are like. But I know we are a society that likes our conveniences, and when some of our conveniences disappear or diminish, you can expect pushback, understandably so. Jennifer's asking, where is that one at? It's on East 14th. All you got to do is just Google post office East 14th. You will see it. I'm trying to think of the cross street, but I can't think of it. It is past. Oh boy, it's a little bit past the Bal Theater that's over in San Leandro. So all you got to do is just Google San Leandro post office East 14th, and it will definitely come up for you. Jennifer's asking, are there any boxes beside the one at the post office in Castro Valley? There is one on Grove. There's also another box that is in front of CVS. Where are the other? There used to be one in the Village, and that one disappeared. If there are other USPS boxes, please let me know, because I'm drawing a blank. But I know there's one by CVS. Bob is asking, does the post office still consider CV a substation of Hayward? I believe so. Katie just unearthed 14500 East 14th Street. Thank you, Katie. You're a lifesaver. Bob, I'm grateful that you brought that up, because when our post office opened here in Castro Valley in the 60s, I think, it actually said United States Post Office, Hayward, California, and it caused a significant uproar because, as you can imagine, people here in Castro Valley were saying, "Oh no, we're not Castro Valley. We're not." Crossed wires are a dangerous thing. A lot of people were up in arms because they said, "We are not Hayward. We are Castro Valley." I have a photo of that somewhere that I'll find and I'll share for fun. But, yeah, Katie says Hayward has their own, though. Let me get to some calendar items because I don't want to miss these. We do have a guest that's going to be calling in at 7:30. We're going to be talking about real estate issues and topics and the state of the market today. But I want to remind you of a couple things right now. This is upon us, the big spring book sale. And I know I've been harping on this for months, but I want to remind you guys, every cent, every penny, every dime, every dollar, every nickel, every monetary unit spent at the spring book sale, for the which is organized and put together by the Friends of the Castro Valley Library volunteers, every dollar goes back to the library. It's super awesome. The book sale and the bookstore in the library both pay for programs and materials at the Castro Valley Library. So please do not miss this. I will be there. It's going to be May 5th, 6th, and 7th. Tons of fun. Lots of kids' books, cookbooks, antiquarian books, CDs, DVDs. They have gift cards. They have Western books. They have mystery books. Kids books, I think I'll mention kids books again because that's super popular. Travel books, cookbooks, it's amazing. Jennifer says, still can't believe somebody broke into the library. That's just wrong. Jennifer, it's actually happened numerous times since our new library opened. And unfortunately, there have been times when people have just walked by and grabbed some of the river rocks and just chucked it at the broken window, and just kept going. I don't understand the random acts of destruction, but some people need an extra hug. But anyways, please do not miss the spring book sale, Friends of the Castro Valley Library. It's coming up. It is upon us, May 5th, 6th, and 7th. Don't miss it, okay? I have a couple things that I'm going to breeze right through here. Spring Fam Fest is going to be Saturday, May 6th, which is this weekend, right? That is the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce. It's going to be 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. East 14th Street and 163rd Avenue, Ashland, California. This is a big family event. There are going to be booths and resources for folks who have families. There will also be things for just normal people. I've been to, I think, the last Fam Fest before the pandemic, which might have been a few years ago. It's a fun event. It's a cool thing. Even if you're not a person with a big family, there's tons of resources and people to meet that might be helpful to you, even though you don't have a family. But if you do have a family, the Fam Fest is absolutely for you. It's Saturday, May 6th, 2023, this weekend. So they are also looking for volunteers who may be interested in helping participate and set things up. You can call the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce at 510-537-5300 if you would like to volunteer. This event is free, folks. Also need to let you know that. And like I said, there will be booths from local officials, organizations. It's a fam fest. As advertised, family booths, things that can help people who have families, and also you don't need to have a family to find resources at this event. But again, they're looking for volunteers, 537-5300. Let's see. I hear that Ricky is in the house. Good evening, Ricky. Hope you're doing well. I don't see him in the comments, but I will let you know. Where's he at? He's not in this one? Curse the luck. Curse the luck. Bob says food trucks at Chabot Elementary on Friday 4 to 7, part of Tigerthon. Go Chabot Tigers. Was there another? Maggie, thank you for the 500 stars. You are awesome, Maggie. Thank you. And Maggie, thank you for all the people that you're tagging as well. This is Maggie's, where do I have Maggie in the list? Maggie's 25th week sending stars. Thank you, Maggie. You are awesome. And as advertised, here's Leslie. Good evening, Leslie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing great. Thank you for joining us.
Of course.
And for people listening, let me introduce you to our listeners. This is Leslie Peterson, part of the Leslie. You are the Leslie Peterson. Well, the biggest, the most important. No.
I'm the founder.
There you go. Thank you. And you're located on Center Street, correct?
That's right. 19633.
Thank you. And we're going to be talking about real estate. What? And I want to let people know that I've kind of known you for a long time. And whenever I deliver the magazine, one of the highlights of delivering the magazine, among many others, is I get to pick your brain and talk about what's happening with the market.
Yeah, it's fun. I love to talk about it. So
I know. Do you want me to throw some questions at you, or do you just want to jump into it?
Absolutely. Yeah, go ahead. Throw some questions at me. Anybody can throw some questions at me.
So
maybe just tell you a little bit. You know, I've been practicing real estate. I'm a real estate broker, and I've been practicing real estate specifically in Castro Valley for about 20 years. So this is our main target. So I know Castro Valley pretty well.
That's why I felt it was super cool to have you on the show, because I know you know our community like the back of your hand.
Sure.
So
yeah, well, I've been practicing real estate here for 20 years, but I've lived here since 1984.
Wow.
And I've raised my kids here. They both went to Castro Valley High and all the Castro Valley schools. So I'm pretty immersed in the community as well.
You are our person, which is awesome. So here's the question that I ask you every time I see you. What's happening with the market?
It's nuts. You know, it's crazy. People have always asked me, so when's it going to, crash? When are prices going to go down? And, I thought, being in this business for 20 years, yes, we'd probably see, a downturn, but that really hasn't happened. A little bit in 2020, a little bit last year, but what is happening here in Castro Valley is we have very low inventory and very high demand. And so we're still seeing multiple offers on most all properties, and they're still going over asking. I think this last month, the average was about 102% over asking. So,
wow.
Things really haven't changed here in Castro Valley.
So the pandemic how did the pandemic affect the market here in Castro Valley?
I was really nervous. As soon as we were locked down and we were told we can't do open houses and, we couldn't hand out flyers or anything like that. And I told my team, brace ourselves. And for about 2 weeks, that was true. And then after about 2 weeks, when people were locked up, it just got crazy. My phone started ringing and people were ready to sell. And also people were ready to buy. So the people who were selling were maybe combining their families, and we saw many people move out of the area and out of the state at that time. The other thing that we saw is that people who were in really small, confined, places like in San Francisco or San Jose or the Peninsula, they saw Castro Valley as this great little gem that was right in the center of the Bay Area. They didn't have to commute to work anymore, and we have great schools. So they saw Castro Valley as this great place to come to. And that hasn't stopped. So it just, for a couple of weeks, like I said, it was a little scary. Phone quit ringing and people weren't talking about real estate. But after a few weeks, it went crazy.
Do you think possibly during the pandemic, people were maybe looking at their finances and thinking and planning ahead, thinking, well, when and if this pandemic is over is going to be when I get out there and I get in the market to buy or sell?
I do, but then I think that sort of shifted. I think a lot of people said, you know what, I'm ready now too. And so, because interest rates, remember, in 2020 were still really low. And so I think the buyers saw it as a great opportunity to purchase after they got over the initial scare. And then the other thing that happened is I think that, none of us knew how long this was going to last.
Right.
And where initially, yes, I think that was in everybody's mind. But then it went on and on and on. And then the people who were, for several people, so the people who were cooped up in a little tiny apartment, in San Francisco, where it used to be just at night and they'd sleep there, were there all day, perhaps with a partner. Or an even bigger issue was, now one of the spouses has to work at home and they also have to homeschool their kids. And so their space was no longer the right space for them. And so they really felt like they had to move to make a more adequate space for their families.
Beautiful point. I was just thinking when your place no longer serves your lifestyle, it is time to move.
Correct. And your place became a bigger part of your lifestyle because it was 24/7. So, that's when we saw like the ADUs, we started seeing a lot of those pop up and people really wanting to get out and do things to their yard. It just really changed, home ownership.
Touching on the big boom after, I guess, sort of at the tail end of the pandemic when the market was really, really white hot, what were some of the amazing things that you were seeing happening that weren't really kind of typical for the market here in Castro Valley or just in general?
I'm still seeing these amazing things. So we've got the mindset of the buyers is really different in San Francisco, the Peninsula, and San Jose. And because you have to remember, their price point is so much higher than ours is here. So they see, we just have these bargain prices. The same home that they could buy here for $1.2 million is $2+ million in those different areas that I just described.
Wow. And
so I see people writing offers with zero contingencies, so no inspection contingency,
wow.
No loan contingency, no appraisal contingency, and coming in $100,000 to $200,000 over the asking price. In 20 years, I've never seen that before. And it's hard for, we also represent buyers. And, for us to say, oh, yeah, just go in $200,000 over the asking price and no contingencies, that's just really a shift for, in fact, in my mind as an agent, to tell people to do that. But I'm seeing this a different mindset, the buyers in the different geographic areas.
What is kind of the typical duration for listings to stay on the market here in Castro Valley? And has that shifted or is it shifting?
No, it's not. Typically, I put a house on the market I'm going to put one on tomorrow. We like to go on on Wednesdays, and then we have an open house on Saturday and Sunday, and we're usually reviewing offers the following Wednesday. So our average is 7 to 10 days on market.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's also really, kind of shifted the mindset of the buyers. We had to tell our buyers, get out there, go to as many open houses as possible, because when you find something that you really love, you're probably going to have to make a decision right away, and you're going to have to come in super strong right away. And that's just Castro Valley, but it's been this way probably for the past couple of years. Right after like I said, after when the pandemic started, and we got into that a few months, and people said, I've got to go. And everybody else was saying that they want to get into a new environment. We've seen this ever since then.
We have a couple questions from listeners. Okay. Is the market the same for commercial properties, or do you handle commercial properties? And the next, go ahead.
I don't handle commercial properties, so
that's a different beast.
That's a different beast. Yes.
Yeah, commercial properties are just cold. It's unfortunate what's happening with that now because everyone's working at home.
Yeah, and I do like multi-unit, but I don't do commercial. So I really am not the right person to answer that question.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Another question: are houses moving faster than condos, or is there a difference at all?
No, no, there is. And it
Okay.
depends on where, though. So yes, houses are moving faster than condos, except in certain areas, like Palomares Hills and Five Canyons, for example. For some reason, those are moving really quickly because I don't know this for a fact, but my guess is that they're in these residential communities that also have single family homes, and they share a lot of the same community amenities. So it's very much like, living in that single family home, except for the HOA. But not a lot, but they are moving a little quicker than condos. Yes.
Okay. And how are a lot of people purchasing through loans? Do people have cash? What are you seeing with that process?
Both. I have done several cash deals this year.
Wow.
I work mostly on the listing side, and so they're not my buyers, but I have a team that works with buyers. But we've probably done about 3 cash transactions this year. But the other thing that I'm seeing that I haven't seen as much of in the past is I'm seeing buyers come in with 40-50% down. And these are young people,
Wow.
young professionals, yeah, that have a really large down payment. And I hadn't seen that much in previous years.
So potentially home buyers are really planning and probably, for the lack of a better term, bracing for the sticker price, right?
That's my guess. Yeah, so that they can keep their payment. Still, when I look at these payments, I bought my house for $300,000 several years ago, like in the 1993 I bought it. And when I'm seeing these house payments for like $6,000, that's just that's a lot of money. And it is a lot of money.
Quick question: are a lot of the buyers foreign investors? Are people buying and sitting on property? Was one of the things that I was wondering as well.
No. I do have some foreign investors. Well, sort of. It's families are, and this is another trend. So I've got I'm selling a home over on Schuster here in Castro Valley right now, and so some relatives are coming from out of the country. They're combining their money with family here in this country, and they're buying together. So I'm not seeing as many foreign investors as I saw in the past. And when I do, they're not necessarily just buying to hold. They're moving in,
Okay.
and they're moving generations of families in.
Are you seeing people purchasing properties as rentals, or is it mostly people first-time home buyers or for their own home?
Yeah, it's mostly all people who are occupying the property.
So it's not people flipping properties anymore?
Not too much. I mean, it depends on the type of property. Like the one that I have over on Schuster it's a real fixer. And so I did have several investors that wanted to come in and pay cash. But you have to remember, they're offering about $100,000 to $150,000 less than some of these families who are getting loans. And so it depends on the motivation of the seller. In this case, the seller's not in a hurry, to get rid of the property, and she would prefer that it went to a family. And so, she's getting at least I think $120,000 more, selling it to a family who has a loan versus an investor who was going to come in and pay cash and close in 7 days.
What would be your first bit of advice for someone looking to buy in Castro Valley?
Be completely ready to go. So, there's a few things that we have to submit when we're submitting an offer, and one is a pre-approval letter. the pre-approval letter, says basically that the person is qualified to purchase the home. But even stronger than that is what we call an underwritten letter. And that means that the lender has actually, they not only have taken the application over, online, but they've actually verified assets and income and tax returns. And that makes the buyer even a little bit stronger, because the lender can say, I verified all of these things. It's not just something that I saw on the computer where on paper they qualify, but I've really verified these things, so they really do qualify. And, the other thing is that we have to also have proof of funds when we submit an offer. So that shows that the buyer has the down payment and the closing costs that are liquid assets somewhere in a bank account, or sometimes people are getting gift funds that from a parent or relative, and then they would need to have, that ready to go too. It's unfortunate sometimes when, you're working with the buyer and they find this home that they absolutely love, and offers are due in 2 days, and then they're trying to scramble and get all of this stuff together. I think if you're a serious home buyer, it's worthwhile to take the time to get all of these things together up front.
Leslie, realistically, how much above a potential bid should buyers have kind of in case of unforeseen things?
Yeah. This is what I tell buyers. Make an offer as high as you can, to where if you get the property, you're going to feel great about it and you're going to say, yes, I got this. But don't go too high as to where if you get it, you're going to say, oh my God, what did I do?
Mm-hmm.
And because you do want to have, money set aside for repairs and things like that. And so, you need to be cautious. I mean, I've had people go 25% above. Again, I was a listing agent, not the buyer's agent. I don't know that I could have recommended that my buyer do that.
But that happens when the market is hot like this, correct?
Correct.
Changing that same question, what would be the most important people who are selling?
Say that again.
So we kind of covered what are the most important things for people who are buying. What are the most important things for people to be mindful of for selling their property?
Get your inspections done up front so that when a buyer comes in, they can write an offer with no inspection contingency, because we've done all of the inspections and they can see they've got all of the disclosures there in front of them.
Mm-hmm. Question, what can you tell us about the upcoming changes to loans based on credit history and down payment?
Give me a sec. I've got allergies really bad.
No, take your time. I'll fill the space. Dennis has a compliment for you. Dennis says that you represented him in his home sale a few years ago, and you were fantastic. So there you go.
Oh, how sweet.
Dennis Long.
Right on. That's so great. I love that.
It's always...
it always is nice. And I try to really keep in contact with my clients and follow up with them. And I don't leave just because the transaction's over. But going back to the sellers, you asked me that question again.
What are some of the most important things for sellers to bear in mind or prepare themselves for in this market?
Yeah, I try to get them so prepared that there's no surprises. So if we have all of the inspections done up front, and they've had their sewer inspection, their termite inspection, their roof inspection, their home inspection, we've got all of the seller disclosures laid out for the buyer to see before they submit an offer, then it's less likely that the buyer will come back and ask us for a credit. And if they do, it's very easy to say no, because we've disclosed everything up front. So I tell the sellers, take your time to do it right, not fast.
Wonderful advice in life in general.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, and in the past few years, I think maybe I've had 2 or 3 buyers ask for a credit, and we basically said no. These were things that were already disclosed. You read the disclosures. You signed a cover sheet that said you've read and understand all of the disclosures. So the answer is no.
Katie asked, what can you tell us about the upcoming changes to loans based on credit history and down payment?
What can I tell you? Well, I'm not a loan officer, so full disclosure there.
Okay.
But there are a few first-time buyer programs that are out there. I just had a couple come across my desk, not for Castro Valley, but for certain properties in certain areas in Hayward. I don't think we're going to see those low down payment programs in Castro Valley, but in some pockets of Hayward or San Leandro, we might see those. So I've seen a program with as little as 5%, but most of them are conventional financing, 20% or more. The one thing that I've really seen, since, we had our big crash, lenders are very cautious. They're really, making sure that any buyer who submits a loan application is fully qualified. And as a result of that, I see very few things fall out of, contract because of a loan.
Is part of that because of the uncertainty or perceived uncertainty about the recession or the economy in general?
Ever since 2008, I've seen a change. We were in 2008, we were giving loans to everybody, right? Mm-hmm. Whether they were qualified or not, and just saying, "Oh, go ahead, buy a house, and you can refinance because the equity, you're gaining so much equity that you can refinance." And that wasn't true, and so many people lost their homes to short sales. So ever since then, and I'm very happy because I was involved in a lot of short sales. And that was a really sad time. As you saw, families lose their homes, and it was really unfortunate. But ever since then, the lenders have really tightened up the criteria, and I don't see people who are not qualified be able to qualify. Go ahead.
No, we had one more question from Sona. What is the criteria to not pay for capital gain as a seller? For how long does the seller need to wait before selling the home?
Okay, I'm not a tax professional.
Okay,
but
gotcha.
I think you need to live in your house 2 of the last 5 years. It has to be owner occupied within 2 of the last 5 years. But that's really a question for your tax professional.
Okay. One last question, because I know you're a little bit under the weather, and I don't want to monopolize your evening.
It's okay. I went and I ran into the bathroom and got a cough lozenge, so I think I'm okay for a few minutes.
Okay. This really fascinates me, and it's something that really my ears perk up every time this topic comes up. Is what is your perspective or viewpoint on the importance of the real estate market in the economy in general? And like I said, whenever I hear about this, it just fascinates me how important real estate is to our economy in general. But I'll let you speak on that.
Oh, I think it's huge. Home ownership, I think, allows people to do so much. Right now, you see so many people with so much equity in their homes that allows them to, invest in not only real estate, but invest in other things. And so I think it really stimulates the economy. And we're seeing that a lot right now, right? With people who bought, even myself, and like I said, 1993, and the house prices have just gone up so crazy in the past many years that the equity that I have in my own home, and this is for most of my clients in general, it's allowed us to go out and do more investing and spend, more money, which is only good for our economy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Leslie, thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate your time. This is the topic that fascinates me all up and down, and I appreciate seeing you when I deliver the magazine and you allowing me to pick your brain.
No problem. Sorry that I had a little meltdown there for a second. My throat is better, but
no worries at all. No worries at all. I appreciate your time, and we should do this more often and get more questions from the community because
the real estate market changes all the time, right? And so what I might say today isn't the same for last year. And I always use that disclaimer when I'm talking to buyers or sellers. I say, so if you're, got me coming out to your house today, right now, this is what I see as the value. But if we're not selling for 3 or 4 months, that may certainly change. And the same on the buyer side. This is where we need to be right now, but things change so rapidly in real estate that I may be telling you something different, 2 months from now. And that certainly happened.
It's amazing, yeah.
Market, I went to a house, and then I'll end with this too, because I am getting kind of parched. But I went out to a house a couple of years ago and told the sellers, I think that we should list, I think it was at 1.1. Not a month later, I said, you know what? I think we can be at 1.275. I think we sold that house for 1.4. That's how fast things change.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It blows my mind too. To this day, it still blows my mind. So anyway, that's just a little story. But thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming on the show. And definitely there were some other topics in regards to some of the, rights and wrongs and misconceptions. We should definitely talk again so that we can discuss those, because those have piqued my interest as well. So you let me know what your schedule permits, and I'd love to have you on again.
Totally. I'd love it. Okay. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Leslie. Have a good evening.
All right.
Get better. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. That was Leslie Peterson. Leslie Peterson team. They are over on Center, local folks. She's been in the business here in Castro Valley. She's lived here for a lot of years and been in the business here for a lot of years as well. Thank you so much, Leslie, for your time. Bob says a great interview. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate the compliment. Thank you to everyone for all of the wonderful questions. I was a little concerned that maybe folks would be not listening and not participating, but you guys, as always, impressed me beyond my expectations. Thank you so much. And I missed, while we were talking to Leslie, Meredith sent 100 stars. Thank you, Meredith. This is Meredith's 9th week. Thank you so much, Meredith. Appreciate your support. And Marlon's in the house. Let's see. Marlon said, what was Marlon's comment? 236 days till Christmas. Thank you, Marlon. Let me give you something else here that's going on here. Since I was talking about the Chamber of Commerce, and I still have a couple more community things that I wanted to mention. I have a regular list of new chamber members. Reach, Ashland Youth Center, Lone Depot, the Salvation Army are now a Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce member. David is with us as well. Good evening, David. Let's see. RHA, Rental Housing Association of Southern Alameda County, is also a member of the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce. Genghis, Asian Fusion, is now a member of the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce. AJ's Kitchen, Mama's Papa's LLC, Josephine Southern Cuisine. Oh, holy moly, Castro Valley News is now, how bizarre to see. Yes, we are now a member of the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce, and also the Lemonade Bar. So congratulations to those new members of the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce, Castro Valley News included. Mentioned that. I'm still trying to get through the local events. I'm going to mention this all the time. We've got a little bit more time on this one. Crush Comics Free Comic Book Day. It is the first Saturday in May, and I'm just going to sing some praises of Crush Comics. They are cool people, and they are local. But if you like comics, graphic novels, cool people, fun times, please go to Crush Comics. First Saturday in May, that's going to be May 6th, 2023. Free comic book day. I mean, I don't know how much better you get than free comic books. That's pretty awesome, unless it was just somebody handing out free cash. But comics bring joy and delight to people of all ages. Make a note of this. And I'm telling you, how lucky are we to have a wonderful independent comic book store on Castro Valley Boulevard right next to a wonderful single screen theater, the Chabot Theater. Are we lucky in Castro Valley or what? Holy moly. So again, please don't miss out on Free Comic Book Day. That's May 6, 2023. It's all every year. It's the first Saturday in May. And let me give you the address for Crush Comics. It is 2809 Castro Valley Boulevard. I couldn't see my writing on the back of this sheet right here. Free Comics. Does it get any better than that? I do have a bit of time. Oh, thank you again, Leslie. That I love. I know I'm like a novice when it comes to real estate, but I do hear a lot of the information on the radio, and like I said, it's fascinating to me how the real estate industry has such a huge bearing on our economy. So, Leslie, thank you so much, and we will have Leslie come back on the show in the near future. I promise you that. Another calendar thing, mark your calendar for the Barbecue Axe and Brew event. This is right around the corner. It's next week. It's Friday, May 12th, 5 p.m. to dusk. It is going to be at the Rowell Ranch Rodeo Grounds. This is the new event not really replacing. It's in place of the chili cook-off. And I need to let you guys know, I heard that there's a ton of teams that will be competing for the 4-person mixed team axe throwing competition. There will also be brews by Promised Land Brewing Company. There will be barbecue served by Canyons Barbecue. Live classic rock by the Von Traps. And in addition to how cool this event is, let me describe further how cool it is. It will be the fundraiser for the Rowell Ranch Rodeo Parade the next day, which is May 13th at 10 a.m. If you cannot make it to the Rowell Ranch Rodeo Parade, all you got to do is dial in Castro Valley News, and we will be streaming it live for your pleasure. There also, I need to mention that the Rowell Ranch Pro Rodeo is May 19 through 21. It is going to be, of course, at the Rowell Ranch Rodeo Grounds over in Dublin, just on the boundary of Castro Valley and Dublin. But again, Friday, May 12th, 5 p.m. to dusk will be Barbecue Axe and Brews. Have fun. Go have fun. Go do something that you will enjoy. Okay, we did all that. We did the roll call. I did not mention to you guys that this is episode 213, and I'm flabbergasted that the show has gone on for 213 episodes. It's been a blast. You guys make it wonderful. I will get sentimental. Thank you to all of the folks who tune in and listen. And even if you check out the show a couple days after it airs and you're listening or watching while you're folding laundry, thank you. You make this show, you without the viewers, the listeners, the people who are guests for interviews, without you guys, this show is nothing. It would just be me sitting here mispronouncing words and saying a bunch of times. So thank you guys so much. It blows my mind every time I make the list for the show and I see, oh, it's 200 or whatever. It's just awesome. You guys are wonderful. Let's do some scams, as we haven't done any scams for a while, and I've got some juicy ones here. They're just backing up, and I wanna get through some scams here. Every episode, most episodes, we talk about scams that I have received. There are individuals who send me some of the scams that they have received, and it seems like it is scam season. So I definitely want to bring these to your attention so that you will not fall for them. and that maybe you can pass along this information to your friends, your neighbors, your loved ones to not fall for them as well. And Bob is being a gentleman reminding me about the giveaway, and we will get to that momentarily. Thank you, Bob, for the reminder. So here is an email that I received, and a lot of these invoices are complete hogwash, horse hockey. They're bunk. But this was an email, and it looks official. As you can tell, this looks like an official logo from Norton LifeLock. It looks like an official invoice, except I don't have Norton LifeLock. And a lot of these scams prey on your panic, your frustration. So the goal of this scam is an invoice saying that, oh, hey, you spent $349.99 on Norton LifeLock. Thanks for subscribing to Norton 360 through us. This is an invoice for your recent purchase. Your card linked to your Norton account has been auto-debited for $349.99, and your annual subscription has been auto-renewed successfully. So there's an actual order ID. There's a product. There's stuff in here making it look official. Unfortunately, they actually do have Norton's address on here, which gives it a little bit more authentic look here. However, we've mentioned this before numerous times. Look for typos in these things or grammatical errors. This says if you don't authorize this purchase right here, if you don't authorize this purchase, that's a red flag right there. When you get the spoofy misspellings, unfortunately, there is a 1833 number. And when you get these things, all you got to do is look it up. Look up Norton LifeLock's customer service number. I looked it up. It does not match this number. Red flag number 2. David says, I get the Medicare free COVID test scam call every couple of weeks. Not even sure what the scam is, but I know it's a scam of some kind. Comes with the spoofed Union City number. Yeah. Here's the Norton LifeLock scam. Has been circulating for a while. There's also a PayPal thing. We discussed the PayPal thing before. When you receive these quote unquote invoices in your inbox, in your email, don't respond to them. Don't respond to even the email that it's sent from. Don't call the phone number here. Look up on your browser, look up the actual phone number for Norton LifeLock, and I guarantee you it's not going to match the phone number here. And you're going to find out that this is a scam. What these people want you to do is they want you to call in, and they're going to scare you, and they're going to say, oh, you got to send us $100, or this charge will not go through, or we'll not refund you your money unless you send this, that, or the other thing. Or what they're going to do is when you call this number, if you call it, they will ask you for your card number and your authorization number, and then they're going to have your information to make an actual purchase that you don't want to make. So the lesson with this one here is if you don't have Norton LifeLock and you didn't make the purchase, don't panic. Don't call them. Call your bank and call your bank directly and ask them, hey, did I make a purchase with Norton LifeLock in the past few days? And they'll say no, and you'll be good. If they say yes, then you're going to have to go through a fraud claim if you did not make that purchase. But I just made that longer than it needed to be. But just don't fall for this crap. It's so frustrating. Here's another one. I receive these numerous times a week. This is an email. And again, this return address is, let me see. This is, I should have made the print on this larger. So supposedly this is from Kohl's. But the return email address, the address that it came from is sarah@diro.brownswain.cfd. Obviously not Kohl's. So there's your first red flag. And I'm hoping that the more that we discuss these stinky scams, the better we will all be at identifying the red flags. So here's this email, this message. This is all one image here, and this is all a clickable area. So if you click on this area, it's going to bring you to probably a potentially phishing or spoofing website. And it does. It's hey, answer a questionnaire and you'll get the Rachel Ray Cucina cookware set. That to me sounds like a good deal. However, like I said, Sarah at DGSDF whatever it's not Kohl's. This Kohl's thing I've received numerous times, and it is not legit. If you have received any scam solicitations, things that don't smell good at all, send them to me. Send them to me through the page or Castro Valley Television at gmail.com, and we can discuss them because I love hearing. Let me post up the email address there. So there's my email address right there. Feel free to send me whatever scam solicitations you have received, things that are not legit, and we can discuss them during the show too. I love talking about the scams. I love spreading the word about the scams in the hopes that other people will not fall for them. And unfortunately, people do. People fall for them all the time. And a lot of times it is senior citizens that are targeted, and senior citizens become the prey for these scams. I also heard on NPR or KQED the other night that there are actually legit emails that are being spoofed from AT&T and other organizations. So there's another thing to be mindful and look out for too, that actual legit email addresses are being spoofed through software or technology. Also the voice thing where people are taking samples of your voice and looping it and making it sound like leaving a voicemail with somebody that, hey, it's, and I shouldn't say this because it's completely what the messages say. Hey, this is Robert and I've been arrested and I need you to send me $3,000 right now, blah, blah, blah. And it's technology that's just completely spoofed and not legit. So again, I just posted up my email address. If you received any scams, via email or phone call, send them to me and we can talk about them, because the more that we talk about these scams and expose them for what they are, the better we will be, and hopefully to not fall for them, which is great. Hey, let's do the anytime giveaway, shall we? Ross, you're a gentleman, you're sweet. Ross said he would bail me out. Thank you. Yeah, let's do the anytime giveaway, and anytime's the right time for a giveaway because we've got a couple more minutes left for the show. First, let me remind you, hey, yeah, we have a Castro Valley News magazine. It's cool. It's full color. It's glossy. It's sleek. It's sassy. It smells good, believe me, and I know that's weird. It smells good when it comes from the printer, but I want to let you know I just combined fantastic and wonderful by saying funderful. The wonderful and fantastic folks who sponsor our magazine. That's Pete's Ace Hardware, one of Castro Valley's longest running businesses in Castro Valley. You know where they're located. You know they're awesome people. Thank you so much to Elevate Home Decor on Somerset. Shout out to Lynette and her wonderful shop. Go check her out. She's got fun stuff. Thank you so much to the Castro Valley Sanitary District, one of the Bay Area's longest running government agencies. They are fiscally responsible as all heck. They are responsible for Castro Valley's wastewater, trash, and recycling services. Hey, it's Todd. He's awesome. If you are looking for insurance and/or financial services, please go see Todd Anglin. He is located on Redwood Road. He's an awesome gentleman. Thank you so much to Eric and his staff at Go Green Driving School. If you or anyone you know is looking to learn how to drive, you need to hit up Eric Esparza. He has been teaching driving for many years. He is a second generation driving instructor. Thank you to Shane Sharkey with the Castro Valley School of Music. If you're looking for vocal lessons, piano, ukulele, guitar, go see Shane. He is on Castro Valley Boulevard behind Southern Comfort Kitchen. Shane Sharkey, thank you for your continued support. Last but not least, thank you so much to another local realtor. This is the Christie Peixote team. They are located in Pleasanton. They handle large estate property and what's the other thing that they do? Estate property and a lot of ranches. I'm sorry, I should have known that because I've had a wonderful relationship with Christy, for business relationship with Christy for a long time, and experience does count. Christy Peixote, thank you for your support. I swear we're going to get to the giveaway right now. Bob says Larry Magid, the tech columnist, was scammed and he was convinced his wife had been kidnapped. He of all people. That's how sophisticated these scammers are. Maggie says her parents had a call like that and sounded so much like a cousin of hers. It is amazing how sophisticated and just crazy savvy, technology-wise, these scammers have become to steal our money. I'm going to share with you a scam that happened to me many years ago, and I'm sorry, I'm going to name drop. This happened at Rite Aid. What had happened was someone had gone into Rite Aid and they swapped out the card readers, and there was a skimmer reader that had been installed at Rite Aid. So what happened was Rite Aid brought in different machines that if they are tampered with, they will implode. So man, it's just amazing. Unfortunately, these scammers only got, I think, $30 from me, but my bank, insured it and I got my money back. But it seems like there's a scam everywhere you look these days. Yeah, Michael says I need to do the giveaway right now. And Michael, I'm going to listen to you and obey your orders. But first, let me give you some information on the Anytime giveaway. Every episode, and we do this show every Tuesday, roughly from 7 to 8:30, sometimes 7 to 8. We'll surprise you. Every episode, there's a trivia question, and the winner, the person who provides the correct answer to said trivia question, wins a gift card from a local business. And I have a cavalcade of gift cards here. So bear with me. We've got $20 to Pampas, located on Redwood Road, right next to Trader Joe's. Mother's Day is right around the corner. Why not get Mom a wonderful Hallmark card for Mother's Day? This is $20 to the Hallmark store in the Village Shopping Center. Hey, we've got $20 to Micaiah's wonderful shop. Oh, let me uncover Micaiah right there. Micaiah is the owner of Restore and Rework. We got a $20 gift card to Restore and Rework. $20 of fun and frivolity from Golfland. If you don't know what Golfland is, it's on Castro Valley Boulevard. It's where the three dragons are. $20 to Cafe Rumi. I'm sorry, it's a little too bright. The card's not showing. Cafe Rumi is located at the corner of Center and Higher. Delicious Mediterranean food, wonderful coffee, great owners, wonderful people. Hey, $20 to Pete's Ace Hardware. Up for grabs. Got a lot of coffee going on here. Here's a couple more coffee ones. $20 to Valley Java. Shout out to Vince, Valley Java on Stanton. If you haven't been there, go see Vince. He's an awesome guy. We got $20 to Cafe 4. Amazing coffee located on John Drive. It is where Three Cross Church is. Hey, oh my goodness. How sweet is this? $20 to Rudy's Donuts. If you don't know Rudy's you may not live in Castro Valley or may not have been here. They're on Castro Valley Boulevard. Delicious. How about $20 to Handsome Don's shop, One Bad Apple Records on Castro Valley Boulevard. Handsome Don himself, if you're looking for records, cassettes, VHS, you get 45s. Those are the small records, 12-inch records. Also, an extremely handsome and wonderful owner. That's Handsome Don. $20 to European Market and Catering on Redwood Road. Also, we were just talking about Lynette. $20. Was that 20? Yeah, that's $20 to Elevate Home Decor. Great shop on Somerset near Al's Market. We have a gift certificate for a month of unlimited yoga at Castro Valley Yoga. Castro Valley Yoga is located on Castro Valley Boulevard. Hey, we've got $20 to Daily Dose, CBD and vegan treats and supplements. Look up Daily Dose and see some of the wonderful things that they have. Wow. Only a couple more, folks. I'm sorry. We got $20 to Crossroads Specialty Foods, located at the corner of East Castro Valley Boulevard and Center. We've got $20 to Always Yours Bakery Cafe in the Village Shopping Center. Last but not least, we've had this one for a while. I've given away, I think, 2 of these already. Here is a Pet Spa Day certificate to Classy Canine Wiggle Rumps. Shout out to Misty. Classy Canine Wiggle Rumps is on Castro Valley Boulevard. It's a few doors down from Handsome Don. Without further ado, here's your question. Let me give you the phone number first. It is 510-331-9112. Please text your guesses to that phone number. And the first person to provide the correct answer will get a gift card of their choice from those many businesses that I have just mentioned. Mom, I hear you. I know what Mom is thinking. Mom is thinking you have too many gift cards to give away. But you know what? The more gift cards, the more opportunities for people to win. And also, it is frankly the more opportunities I get to spend at local businesses. And that's what I do. The majority of these gift cards are purchased by me. I love doing that because as a small business owner myself, I love shopping local. I love shopping small. So it makes me happy to do that. So, hey guys, let's do this right now, okay? 510-331-9112 is the text line. I just posted it up again. So again, the first person to provide the correct answer to that phone number will win a gift card from the business of their choice in the aforementioned expensive list. Ooh. I'll pat myself on the back for that one. So here we go. Name the biggest hub on Lake Chabot Road. 510-331-9112. Please be specific when you name the biggest hub on Lake Chabot Road. I'll give you that one more time. Or should I use the jazz voice? Name the biggest hub on Lake Chabot Road. I should do that again because I gave the wrong street. Name the biggest hub on Lake Chabot Road. 510-331-9112. Eden Hospital. Good guess. Not correct. CV Marketplace. Good guess. Not correct. That's actually on the boulevard. I mentioned it incorrectly. Oh, we have a winner. The correct answer is Liquor Hub. It is the former Chabot Liquor business at 20388 Lake Chabot Road. If you haven't seen it yet, it is now painted black. It looks a little bit more classier, but the new business is called Liquor Hub, former Chabot Liquor. So let me see who the winner is here. So I'll give you the question and the answer simultaneously so that there's less confusion, which the confusion is usually on my part. The biggest hub on Lake Chabot Road is Liquor Hub. renamed recently within the past month or two, I believe. Formerly Chabot Liquor. The address is 20388. Congratulations, Dennis. Dennis is the winner, and Dennis wants the Pete's Ace Hardware card. Yes, Dennis, I will send that to you ASAP. And Dennis, be so kind, please, to send me your address one more time, and I'll get your Pete's Ace Hardware gift card to you promptly, discreetly, and quietly. So let me give you the question, the answer one more time, since I mispronounced probably 5 things during the last time go around. The biggest hub, HUB, on Lake Chabot Road is Liquor Hub, formerly known as Chabot Liquor, 20388 Lake Chabot Road. 2 doors down from the Doolittle, 1 door down from Chabot Haircuts, kind of across the street from Eden Hospital. Thank you guys for that. That was fun. That was an easy one. I thought I was going to stump you guys, but you know what? You guys are super, super smart, and I love it. So that was the Anytime giveaway. I've got, we did talk about that already. There's a couple minutes left, and I'm out of things to talk about. Let's round up the show. I want to mention this because in the early parts of the show, my dog Hank was a huge part of the show. You would see him over here, or he would be on the couch behind me. And I wanted to mention that this weekend was the 1-year anniversary of his passing. And I wanted to thank you guys for accepting me and Hank into your homes. And I also wanted to thank you guys for all of your generosity and kindness and concern and compassion in regards to when Hank passed. You guys really made that process a lot easier just by caring and being kind. And for the numerous people who reached out to me outside of the show expressing compassion and condolences, I really appreciate that. It's been, I do not believe that it's been a year already. I just wanted to say thank you guys for being so kind and caring to me during that terrible time. It's still terrible. It doesn't get any better, really. And I still miss him. I still wish that I would hear him on the couch behind me or someplace grunting or whatever. So you guys are awesome. I just thank you guys for acknowledging him and keeping his memory alive, because that means a lot to me. And that's going to be the end of the show. For anybody who has a dog now, holy smokes, hug them as much as you can and show them as much love as you can while you can, when you can, because when they're gone, I do. I wish I could hug him one more time. And if there is a heaven, it was made for Hank. Thank you, guys.